Hello everyone. We find ourselves in unprecedented times, and as you may know, following the guidance from the UK government and from the National UK Apostolic Church, all our church services and gatherings are cancelled until further notice. We're also being encouraged to stay at home as much as possible and to limit social interaction in order to reduce the spread of the coronavirus. This is not only to protect ourselves and those that we love, but also to protect those who are vulnerable in society and to protect the wider public in general. Please continue to follow the UK government guidelines regarding the coronavirus. Andy Elms posted this: "If not meeting as the church stops us from being the church, then were we even a church or just a meeting?" It's been said many times, church is not a building, it's us, it's people. And just because church services and gatherings are cancelled until further notice, that does not stop us from being the church. So, where do we go from here?
Well, it's really important that we stay connected with each other. We've made contact with all the pastoral care team leaders, our Connect Life group leaders, and we've encouraged them to stay connected with everyone in their groups as much as possible. It's really important that we make sure that everyone is okay. But more than that, we are all encouraged to love one another, to serve one another, to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace. And that goes beyond just when we are gathered together. So we'd encourage you to reach out to one another, to call one another, make that relational contact with each other, pray together, using all the technology that we have available to us. In the weekly e-newsletter, we'll share some ways in which you can use technology to have a video call, video group calls, and these tools can be used to connect us with each other, to see each other face to face and hear each other's voices, even when we can't physically be in the same room together. Needless to say, that if there is anything that you require on a practical level, any prayer support, prayer requests, then please just ask. Speak to your pastoral care contact, speak to your life group leader, or contact us. Let's look after each other. That's the first thing.
Secondly, let's use this as an opportunity to reach out to our neighbours. Let them know that you're there, especially if there are elderly or vulnerable people who live around you. Put a card through their letterbox with your name and your contact details on it, so that if they need anything practical, then they know that you can help them. Sadly, we live in a day and age where we don't really know our neighbours, we don't know their phone numbers. So let's use this opportunity to introduce ourselves to them, to look for that open door of opportunity to share God's love with them in practical ways.
Thirdly, we're looking at ways in which we can use technology to have an online church service on Sunday mornings at 10:30, where we can share together, where we can worship, share communion, and hear God's word together. Now, this technology could also be used for the Connect Life groups on an online basis, because it's important that we can still grow together through fellowship, prayer, and learning together from God's word. Now, more on that will be coming in a further update. But we'd say, please be patient with us. We are all learning together, and this, when we get this up and running, we will let you know. It's unlikely that it will be for this Sunday. However, there will be a message posted online, and Robbie will be continuing this sermon series that he's been going through on Called and Equipped. Fourthly, we are looking at sending our weekly e-newsletter out twice a week. That'll be on a Tuesday and a Thursday, so keep an eye out for them. We'll also be using Facebook as a way of connecting a bit more. So if you've not liked our Facebook page yet, then we'd encourage you to do so. We'll be putting updates on there and different encouragements for you all. If you are not on Facebook and you don't know what to do, don't worry, then we will put something on the newsletter to give you instructions on how to do that.
Finally, want to leave you with some encouragement that I received from Paul Howells on an email just today. He says that be encouraged, that while there is evident confusion and unease on the ground, our confidence and anchor is in an unchanging God.
Amen.
Psalm 46 tells us that God is our refuge and strength, our helper in times of trouble. The psalm ends with the exhortation that to be still and know that He is God. We must believe that God will bring good out of this pandemic. The God that you and I have trusted in the past and still trust in will remain faithful.
Amen.
Allow His perfect peace to rule in your hearts in these uncertain times. If God our Father cares so attentively for wildflowers in a field, then how much more will He care